It's been more than 2 years since the deadly mass shooting at Robb Elementary in Uvalde. An indictment charging former Uvalde School District Police Chief Pete Arredondo is now unsealed, and we're learning more about why the grand jury charged him. Senior reporter Tony Plahetsky is in Uvalde for us again today and joins us live from the Uvalde County Courthouse with more. Hello, Tony.
Yvonne, good morning to you. This is a 30-page indictment. We've been going through it all morning, and it lists 10 missteps or omissions that authorities say Pete Arredondo took or did not take on that terrible day here in May 2022. According to the indictment, Arredondo failed to identify the incident as an active shooter while a gunman was, quote, hunting and shooting children. It says he wrongly directed police to evacuate a wing of Robb Elementary School, delaying the response, and instead attempted to negotiate with the shooter. The indictment also says that Arredondo failed to establish a command center, leaving law enforcement officers without clear information. And it goes on to say that he failed to immediately develop an action plan. The indictment names child survivors of this shooting, including a girl who called 911 during the attack, pleading for help, and a boy who said he played dead in order to survive. This morning, we are still awaiting a second officer charged. His name is Adrian Gonzalez, to turn himself into the Uvalde County Jail. And at that time, an indictment against him, including the charges he is facing, will be unsealed. And we are told that that is likely to happen later today. Yvonne, we have mentioned several times, but it bears repeating that this case is so important because it is only the second and third time ever that a law enforcement officer has faced criminal charges for failing to take action during a mass shooting. A similar case arising from a shooting in Florida and Parkland resulted last year in the acquittal of a former sheriff's deputy on child neglect charges in that state. Yvonne.
Many people are wondering, I know I am, why now? It's been more than 2 years. Why did these indictments take so very long?
Well, when we talk about 2 years, we have to account for the fact that about 18 months of that was spent by investigators still assembling all of the evidence. Yvonne, when we think about it, tragically, this was a large-scale crime scene with a lot of evidence that had to be gathered and collected and analyzed during those first 18 months. But the other thing that is striking about this is that this grand jury investigation spanned 6 months. Yvonne, you know, often people think of grand juries sometimes as something of a rubber stamp. But what we know about this grand jury investigation is that those 6 months were spent listening to live testimony from people who were at that scene, who responded to that scene about everything they saw, heard, did, and did not do during that precious hour. Yvonne.
Tony, some valid points there. Thank you so much. Live for us in Uvalde.